We're here because free speech is under attack. We're here because people are being convinced that socialism works. We're here because people are being judged guilty until proven innocent. We are fighting back with facts. This is not a safe zone, so buckle up, Buttercup. This is the raw, naked truth.
More from the Middle East, King Charles diagnosed with cancer, the death of a country star, and more. Welcome to the Raw Naked Truth. I'm your host, Eric Lopkin, and here's the news you need to know. Anthony Blinken began his Middle East tour to push for a Gaza ceasefire. The U.S. Secretary of State will meet with leaders of Saudi Arabia, Egypt, Qatar, Israel, and the West Bank as officials in the region await Hamas's response to a proposal that would see fighting paused and hostages exchanged. Hamas denied reports that it had already rejected the U.S.-backed proposal, saying it was still deliberating. Blinken is also reportedly expected to tell leaders in the region that the U.S. retaliatory airstrikes against Iran-backed militias in Iraq and Syria should not be seen as an escalation of the Middle East conflict. A strike near a U.S. base in Syria killed 6 members of the Syrian Democratic Forces, a U.S.-allied Kurdish militia, on Monday, the group said, despite the U.S. pounding Iran-allied militia sites with airstrikes over the weekend, underscoring the challenge Washington faces in its goal of keeping the conflict in the Middle East contained. A U.S. military official confirmed that there were fatalities from an attack on the Al-Amar oil field, part of a complex that includes a U.S. base and is jointly controlled with the American military. The official declined to comment further. The Syrian Democratic Forces said 6 of its fighters had died in a drone strike on Al-Omar. The Islamic Resistance in Iraq, an umbrella of Iran-backed armed groups, claimed responsibility for the attack, and the SDF threatened to retaliate. McDonald's is feeling the sting of the Israel-Hamas war. Its sales have slowed in the Middle East as some consumers snub the fast food giant over a perceived pro-Israel position. Reports last fall of an Israel-based McDonald's franchisee donating meals to IDF soldiers inspired outrage. Despite McDonald's franchisees operating independently from the corporation, the optics have hurt the company's business in the Middle East and beyond, contributing to its posting its first quarterly sales miss in 4 years yesterday. Other chains are also taking the heat. Ideological clashes hurt Starbucks revenues, not just in the Middle East, but also in the U.S. The coffee chain sued the Workers' United Union for trademark violation after a group of Starbucks employee members posted a pro-Palestinian message during the first days of the war. Some activists then claimed that Starbucks supports Israel's actions in Gaza and has sent money to the country. Starbucks said it has no political agenda and does not use its profits to fund any government or military operations. King Charles III has been diagnosed with a form of cancer, Buckingham Palace announced on Monday. In a statement, the palace said the 75-year-old monarch remains wholly positive about his treatment and looks forward to returning to full public duty soon. Last month, it was announced that the king was hospitalized to have surgery for an enlarged prostate. Officials have not said what type of cancer the king has or at what stage, only that it is not prostate cancer and that it was discovered during his recent treatment. The king will begin receiving regular treatments for the cancer. Toby Keith, the country music singer and songwriter, also known for his larger-than-life personality, died on Monday at the age of 62. He passed peacefully last night on February 5th, surrounded by his family, his official website said, announcing his death. He fought his fight with grace and courage. Keith was diagnosed with stomach cancer in 2022. The Nashville Star's country hits included the likes of Who's Your Daddy, Courtesy of the Red, White, and Blue, Beer for My Horses, and Made in America. That's the Raw Naked Truth. You can catch every episode of The Raw Naked Truth at xvadio.com, the Apple Podcasts app, Google Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Audible, Amazon Music, and other platforms that respect freedom of speech. We'll see you next time.